Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Tuesday, July 22, 2025. Aries. Don't automatically think that beauty has to be defined by old-fashioned standards. It's time to change that definition. There is no need to squeeze yourself into a society constructed with mold that doesn't resonate with you, that you are truly. Your job isn't to try to make sure everyone loves you. There's only one person you need to satisfy, and that is you. Taurus, issues may get a little heavier than you'd like today. Your job is to infuse some levity and humor into the situation. Your adaptability will put you to the test as other people remain steadfast in their opinions. Be conscious of how you use your words. Other people, especially superiors or elders, may be offended by careless, offhand remarks. Gemini, if the doorknob doesn't turn today, don't force it. You will only break it. Perhaps you need to try another door. If things don't flow smoothly into place, then they probably weren't meant to be. Life shouldn't always be a struggle. Your job is to enjoy it. Remember that the next time you're in a long line, view the situation as a period of rest. Cancer, your new approach to things might get some flack from other people, but don't let that stop you. Realize that your independent and somewhat rebellious nature helps you keep this world in balance. Don't give up the fight when authorities insist that their way of doing things is the best way, when in fact it's simply old. Use your will and determination to combat those forces from above, and you'll be fine. Leo, you might be called upon to choose between two ways of handling a situation. The old way suddenly conflicts with the new. Which way are you going to proceed? Don't be thrown off course by fast talk and the neon lights just because they grab the attention. On the other hand, don't assume that the way that has worked forever is still the best. Use your intuition to choose the best route for you. Virgo, unexpected events could shuffle the cards when you least expect it. If you haven't kept a close eye on the deck, you might get thrown for a loop. Don't be discouraged. Everyone is playing under the same rules as you. If the dealer seems crooked, go to another table. Don't fall victim to the same trick twice. Libra, your sense of self may be challenged today and you might have trouble keeping your seat. Keep in mind that the way others see you isn't necessarily the way that you are. Don't feel like you have to change direction to please anyone. Your only responsibility is to yourself. Bizarre events may occur urging you to change your thinking, but that's okay. Scorpio, as you follow the path towards acquiring the latest, greatest, fastest and best, you may have to leave behind some fundamental values. Scorpio, don't lose sight of these principles that make your foundation. You could be shaken today when your ego goes on trial for pig-headed behavior. Stay in check and be conscious of the way you project yourself to others. Sagittarius, key into your sensual, beautiful nature. Take time each day to tend to your soul and make sure it gets the nourishment it needs to radiate into the world. Unexpected people are likely to appear out of nowhere, so don't be surprised when a former lover comes knocking on the door. Events from the past may travel to the present in order to teach you a valuable life lesson. Capricorn, you may feel a nervous restlessness that's urging you to get moving. A journey to one place may send you off to another, which may take you on an adventure that to some completely different place. It may seem like you're on a crazy scavenger hunt. The energy of the day could leave you feeling ragged, but don't give up. Your persistence will pay off in the end. Aquarius, a good tip to remember is to be careful about what you say about other people. If you're speaking about someone who isn't present, act like he or she is there. What's your motivation for saying things that you say? Is it necessary to speak in such a way? A negative comment about someone is going to resonate through the cosmos and people could lose trust in you. Pisces, you may need some time alone today to bring yourself back to center. Independence is the key idea to keep in your back pocket. Make sure you're not becoming a victim to a commitment you made too long ago. As the landscape changes, you must also change. Stubborn actions will be detrimental on a day like this, so be honest and grateful for the things that you have. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025. Have yourself a great day.
Good morning, guys. It's Tuesday, Carnival Tuesday. Well, all you see that. I'm good. I'm all right. I'm fending for myself. I understand how to pace. It's not now in this life. So I understand what's going on. But definitely representing the Carnival colors because it's all about that kind of vibe right now. Let's see what our news department has got for us. And I'm sure it's going to be a lot of vibe from the Carnival as well. But we'll be back after this.
Good morning. Time now for the news with me, Timothy Polio. A significant milestone in regional financial leadership took place recently as Antigua and Barbuda assumed the chairmanship of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank ECCB Monetary Council. The official handing over ceremony marked the transition from Anguilla's Premier, Cora Richardson Hodge, to Antigua and Barbuda's Prime Minister Gaston Brown. Brown called for bold reforms and a regional mindset shift.
Too many among us are quick to tell us what cannot be done. As I said, we must become a can-do people. For example, I am of the firm view that the central bank has a significant role to play in catalyzing these domestic investments in revenue and foreign exchange earning assets. We have to go beyond the traditional role of central banks. When these major economic models were developed, they were not developed for small microstates. And we must develop our own economic models, our bespoke models, taking into consideration the idiosyncrasies and certainly the limited capital formation within the currency region.
ECCB Governor Timothy Antoine, delivering his annual address, reaffirmed the stability of the region's economy. After months of tense negotiations and industrial unrest, the Police Welfare Association and the government negotiating team have reached a final agreement, with the signing of the new collective deal expected in the coming days, though full details remain unclear at this time.
There are certain things that we are satisfied with. We're disappointed that we did not achieve some things that we thought was necessary and important to police officers, but there are a lot of articles in there that we're satisfied with. Yep. As soon as we have signed the collective agreement, then I will be able to give a more detailed interview as to exactly what it is that we're not satisfied with and what it is that we're happy with.
Whilst no date has been set for the signing, Law says he hopes it will take place within the next few days. We continue the broadcast with news that a group of 38 determined young St. Lucians has taken a bold step toward shaping their future through skills training as they graduated under the European Union-funded GEBSED project. The initiative, implemented by the National Skills Development Center, NSDC, focuses on empowering unemployed youth, women, and marginalized groups through technical and vocational education and training.
Today, we don't just award certificates. We recognize the transformation, the shift that we are going through. We celebrate the courage, we celebrate the growth, and of course the resilience.
According to the National Authorizing Office, over 2,000 young people have been trained under the broader initiative, with more than 1,000 certified and 1,500 gaining work attachments with stipends. At the ceremony, 26 of the 38 graduates are already gainfully employed. In a gesture aimed at improving the lives of persons with disabilities, the Republic of China Taiwan has donated essential mobility and support equipment to St. Lucia in a handover ceremony welcomed by key government ministries.
This Taiwanese NGO, the Cao Zhongzhi Foundation, has been active in offering its long-standing commitment to provide timely assistance to those who are in need, particularly the persons with disabilities. With this shared spirit, and as a partner of this goodwill operation, my government is happy to join hands with this foundation for the third year consecutively to assist the sea freight for these goods to be delivered and shipped here to St. Lucia. So here we are today. I am very happy to present to you 120 wheelchairs for adults, 25 for children, 40 commode chairs, 80 aluminum walkers, and 200 aluminum canes to St. Louis.
The donation included wheelchairs, walkers, and also canes. That's the broadcast. Thank you so much for watching and listening to the news. My name is Timothy Polio. Good morning.
What can I say? News Department, thank you very much. We're going to take a break and come right back. profit the opportunity at this time of year to connect with people who are on the island. Boy, there are people on the island, lots of industry players, some of the returning persons as well. Beckford is one of them from Miami Carnival. They are here again, and obviously we need to link up with them. Well, I had to take a different angle because the way the man, the little orange man, with where Trump behaving over there, we had to find out what really going on. We all right? We shaky or we good? We solid for the Miami Carnival. So we had Beckford in, and of course he gave us a little, tell us, all right, don't worry about it, man. We all right. We good. Miami Carnival is on. We're here with John. It's that time of year again. And of course, we definitely know we're going to be seeing John. This time though, we'll be having a different conversation. John, how are you? Welcome back home.
Yes, home away from home. It's always good to be back. No,
Right,
man.
of course. John is with Miami Carnival. John, there's a lot happening. Miami Carnival is definitely coming up October. We normally see you around that time of year right here in St. Lucia, doing your little thing, connecting on the ground, seeing who it is you might be scouting, who will be coming up to, rep St. Lucia at the Miami Carnival and all of that. But a lot has happened since the last time we spoke. A lot has happened in terms of what is going on in the U.S. So many things is happening, so many different unrest, for want of a better term, and uncertainty in a lot of light, and of course a lot of the Caribbean personnel probably could be affected by some of the decisions being made by the body in the head in the U.S. right now. How does that, do you see this? Come on, what is going on in your head? You're on your team. What's going on? Where are we standing with this?
Yeah, two things. That's a great point. But I think, for me, the first thing is I need to start with vote and voting. A lot of folks, especially Caribbean Americans, that have the ability to vote, they tend to have this attitude of my vote doesn't count. And I think it starts there. Your vote does count. Your vote does matter. Because what we have to do is make sure that we put people in power, right? Whether it's local, especially local government, because like people talk about how come Miami Carnival not on the streets? Well, we don't have the people in elected offices that are either look like us or by us or for us to push that agenda. It's not that easy. Cuban Americans come, they get Cayocho and the streets shut down, not a problem. But you have a Cuban American, local, state, and all the way into Washington, D.C.
Right.
Caribbean American folks, we need to have that, follow that same blueprint to get the people in power that will support. What's happening now in America, 18 million people that voted the previous election did not vote. And so you have the wrong person in power. Wrong person for some, not everybody. I'm trying to be politically correct. Absolutely. But we're just going real talk. Right. So at the end of the day, those 18 million people that didn't get up out of their seat to go and vote, the results are in, and you have who you have now as the president.
Wonderful.
Yes,
does that mean for us?
That atmosphere and what it means for us, it absolutely is going to have a chilling effect. Folks are going to be uncomfortable to come out because they don't want to get harassed. It's almost like, you have to walk with your papers. You know what I'm saying? So that level of freedom that we enjoyed moving around the United States, there's now a chilling effect in place, because face it, you do have some people that, okay, they're not there on the street, but it's not like they, don't listen to the hype. It's not millions and millions of, rapists and gang members and all of this foolishness, right? Most of us Caribbean Americans, we come to the United States, roll up our sleeves and work hard and contribute, right, to the economy. Not contributing to filling up the jails,
For Miami Carnival, how does it look for us? Are we still, what is your thought pattern? Hopeful that, this is not going to cause too much of a big, negative dent in terms of the approach to the carnival?
Yeah, so we're hope springs eternal. We're definitely optimistic. The show must go on nonetheless. Last year we had 2 hurricanes in 10 days, prior to Miami Carnival. Carnival Thursday, we still didn't have a green light to continue building, and so what we had to do was from Friday, get ready to turn around for Sunday. It was an incredible task, but a lot of people thought that there was no Miami Carnival because they heard that it was a hurricane that hit. The hurricane went central Florida, not South Florida, but unless you know your geography, you listen to the news, you're not really paying deep attention. You hear Hurricane Florida, well, I guess Miami Carnival not happening. But we did happen. I mean, it was a huge task. So we're hoping that this is the year of, the rebound. You know what I'm saying? It's like, God willing, no hurricanes, prior to. They can have them all they want after. But it's going to be a big, it's going to be a big Miami Carnival, as it always is. Of course, thanks to the St. Lucia Tourism Authority and the partnership that we have. Good morning, Thaddeus, Dexter, Chris, Jermaine, everybody there, Lorraine. It's incredible the talent that comes out of St. Lucia each and every year, and so the entertainment package that St. Lucia Tourism Authority will put together to grace the Miami Carnival stage come October the 12th, to basically push St. Lucia as a destination, as well as Lucian Carnival 2026. You miss it and you're mad.
What do you say to persons who might be a little restrictive in their, wanting to come to the carnival with all that is happening in the US? What is your advice?
Come out and support. I would say let's not get intimidated by, the threat of dictatorship and that kind of atmosphere. We have to resist. You have to push back. And one of the ways to do that is, come out. Come out, come out for Juve. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
What's the dates again? Miami Carnival runs from when to when?
Miami Carnival kicks off with the Junior Carnival, Saturday, October the 4th. And then we roll into Pan Jamboree and Panorama the following Friday, October the 10th. And then the official Juve is Saturday, October the 11th. And then the big day, Carnival Day, the parade, and the concert, Sunday, October the 12th. 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. 12 hours non-stop entertainment. You have your concert stage. You have the mass band stage. Big up the 19 bands that will come out this year. And it's MIA BRO Carnival for the Instagram and the Facebook. And of course on the website you can see all the band information and all the concert information. MiamiCarnival.org.
Absolutely. John, always a pleasure.
Yeah,
big
man.
up yourself, big up to Joan, and big up to everybody else involved.
Yes. And hey, you notice how we're both wearing orange?
Absolutely.
Statement. That's statement.
Big up to John. Absolutely. Young man is on the island just for a couple of days. He can't even stay for the, he couldn't even stay for the whole carnival season. But I admire him. I mean, as an industry player, we keep trying to drive the point home that it is your responsibility, whatever field that you've decided to take up as a career, as a job, to invest in yourself. It cannot be that everybody else have to do it for you. You understand? You decide to become an artist, you have to do what is necessary to put yourself out there. And I admire how this young man decided to take up that, like literally, and do it just like that. The man is a TikTok boss, right? Really, that's how he started. He started to dabble into music in a minute. But guess what? The man in his TikTok thing, see a few Lucian start to connect with some of his music on TikTok. The man take a plane and he come here. Simple like that. That's how you do it. Well, obviously, a lot is happening on the island of St. Lucia and we profit in the opportunity. Well, we running into people and running into folks and we profit in the opportunity to connect with people, find out what's happening, find out why they're here, what it is. Everybody's here for a different reason, and Jordan right here, Jordan English, social media. Let me tell you, a lot of the St. Lucian connect with you on social media. You're very huge there. But you're not an artist.
Yeah.
And you're here. Traveled not on social media, business, but you traveled now as under the banner of an artist. Yeah. Now, Jordan, what brought you to St. Lucia?
Yeah, St. Lucia's vibes for sure. St. Lucia's energy. The people is like, good vibes. The women, I tell you already, I ain't looking at Mario St. Lucian.
Oh, sure.
But yeah, no, we got some music in Barbados that run in the road that are very popular. And we've been seeing like some Lucians, interacting with it on TikTok, interacting with it on Instagram. And we feel like, it's only right to come and spend a couple of days and, hit the radio stations, connect with people like yourself, connect with your platforms, if they got a show or two that you can run out and introduce yourself. You understand? I feel like, as I said, like Barbados, we 45 minutes away, but we not sharing each other music enough. We're not sharing each other culture enough. We're not sharing each other events enough. You understand? So I feel like it's kind of time for we to like put ourselves into each other's environments, you know what I'm saying, especially in each other's entertainment scene. So, you know what I'm saying, we over here for a couple of days and we active.
Wonderful. Now, I'm going to ask you because you joined me on RCI, the link. Let's talk about making the link because a lot of artists might want to do that, but they don't know how to make the connect. They don't know. So what is one of the pointers you would give to artists when you're encouraging them that these are necessary steps to take? Because no longer can artists just sit by and say, well, I put out a song there and that is that. You understand? And a lot of young artists fall under that trajectory where they just decide, well, boy, I make a song, I play it on the radio there, and if it get played, it get played, or they say the radio don't pushing it, or, you know, they don't understand that they have a real personal responsibility to really push this thing because it's a saturated market. So what are some of the pointers you want to put out there? You know, you are absolutely living the example because you say, boy, two little TikTok people follow me thing, let me go in solution, see what's going on.
Yeah, like last night, I ran out at the show, and if there was 1,000 people in there last night, even if 100 people know my song, that had me feel good. You understand? It's room for growth. At the end of the day, we got social media, we able to click and find out what's going on. I able to click St. Lucia radio stations and you can pop up. I able to click and see what's trending. So it's like, we can't sit back in we countries and expect that you can come and find me. You understand? I got to come and find you. You understand? So we got, met the first step. You understand? That's what we're literally doing with St. Lucia now. I've just been doing music for a little while, but it's about implementing strategy as fast as possible to be effective. You understand? You could be the biggest artist in St. Lucia, but if you ain't getting out to St. Lucia, then how much?
Exactly. Like, why is the biggest in Barbados if you ain't moving?
You understand? If I run out in the show in Barbados, like most of Barbados, matter of fact, all of Barbados could sing my songs 5-6 songs word for word. But if I can't get my song 45 minutes across the ocean, then
exactly.
you understand? Then
what are we doing?
Then what's the point? You understand? You can just make a song and just be big in your country. Even last night I at the show was they got the Dennery segment. This some that music huge. Lucian singing the song word for word, and they're like, yo, this song could be big, but it has never played in Barbados.
Absolutely. What's the last St. Lucian song that's been a hit, a popular song in
I would say the last real commercial song in Barbados was Split in the Middle. Mm-hmm. But last night I realized that song Walking Up on the People, man. Walking Up on the... I didn't even know that was Lucian. Yes, but it does play in Barbados. And I saw the girl that sing it last night at the show, but only because I was at the show and I realized, yo, there's a Lucian that sing this. I was like, yo, you understand? But that's what I'm saying. And that was still 4 years ago. But there was some songs I was hearing last night and I was like, yo.
So have you gotten some ideas though since you've been here in terms of some of the people you would probably want to connect with musically?
Yeah, no, for sure. Especially one thing I would say about St. Lucia, the people are way more welcoming to new artists. Mm-hmm. You understand? Even if they don't know the song, they can still get a little bounce. They can still get a little jump. You understand?
Some people might say differently, but okay.
I think there was, if you come to Barbados, right, and you don't go a hit, it's this. It's this. You understand? Belgian people, they're a little receptive, but you need a hit. If you ain't got a hit, keep for a road Barbados. but there are, in Barbados, there are soca lovers party, Soca State of Mind on a Wednesday, only Soca on a Thursday, that you could go to, and the soca people will care a little. That's where you could build your song. Right. You know what I'm saying? We got events that artists could go and build the songs. But for a big show last night, I find the crowd was receptive, even if they didn't fully know the song.
Wonderful. How we following you, Jordan, for person who may not know?
Yeah, Jordan English on Instagram, on TikTok, you understand? Follow with caution, as a reactive.
Follow with caution,
as a reactive person, we break the rules a little bit sometimes. we break the rules. If your heart got that kid, don't follow, just peep. Everybody peeping and get a one eyeball.
Wonderful. Jordan, I'm happy you decided to make that decision for your career, but you also setting you're actually showing example by example now what it is that is necessary for other persons and the millions of people that follow you as well to understand what really is going on here. So big up you on that.
Yeah, I can be back here regular, you understand? So log me, save my number, you can hear from me regular, you understand?
Absolutely.
Big up the whole St. Lucia. Big up DBS one time, you understand? Keeping the visuals locked and loaded. Yeah.
what's up, St. Lucia? This is your BweelFit man, still here with...
Shamak in my still outfits.
Yeah, because the last time we give a shoulder routine, now we're going to give them the biceps. So again, St. Lucia, remember, first thing when you wake up in the morning, you pray. Second, you try to defecate to clear your system. Third, follow DBS, and let's get in that pump. All right, we're going to hit the biceps. 6-minute explosive exercise. Good morning. All right, again, we're at the gym, so I'm going to take the 15 pounds. Shamak has the 10. And you guys, 2 mangoes, soursop, tires. You all know your names, I'm not calling you all. But they have a new one on the list, they have honey, so 2 bottles of honey. So now, what we're going to do, we're just going to warm up. His 15 is real heavy. What? Hey, don't laugh at me today, Stenlusha. We're going to warm up. So we're going to start and twist our wrist and arm. We're going to feel it all in our shoulder area. Squeeze. So you're going to squeeze your top shoulder. You can actually see it. My neck is bulging, but you're squeezing and stretching. Very little stretch. Not nothing strenuous, but you're stretching the entire arm. You're still seeing the bicep and tricep working. All right. The first exercise, we're going to do bicep curls. So I want to put on a little size. So I'm going to do 6 to 8 reps. But Shamak is going to tone, so he's going to do 10 to 12 reps. All right? Feet together, arms locked on the side. St. Lucia, core in, chest out. Let's go. And 1, 2. You want to go faster than me? 3. Because you're tuning. 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Let's go. 9. 10. 11. And 12. So you see, I want to build. So I did about 6 to 8 reps controlled. But Shamak wants to tone. So he should be a little faster than me. Controlled, however, 12 reps. All right. So the first one is bicep curls. The second one, we're going to do some hammer curls. So first, we had our palms facing forward. Now we're going to have our palms to the side of our thighs. Again, arms locked in. We're going to curl up in a hammer form. Slide bending the knees, chest out, core in. Let's go. And 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Squeeze. When you feel the bicep, you squeeze in the forearm, come back down. 7. And 8. Let's go. 9. 10. Keep it locked. 11. And 12. Excellent. Right. So that's 2 exercises. The third exercise you're going to do is called a waiter curl. So you're going to take 1 dumbbell and you're going to hold it like you're going to serve. Right. You're going to serve at a restaurant. Palms under, chest out, core in, full stretch, and you're going to curl. 1, bring it up. 2. That is it. 3, full stretch coming down. Control. 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Whew. 9. 10. 11. And 12. Excellent. How is that fit so far?
It's a little bit tiring. It's okay.
It's tiring, and we're just doing 1 set of each. So far, let's say we're doing 3 sets of each. Right? So that is 1, 2, that's the third exercise. So we're going to the 4th exercise now. Right now, we're going to do a preacher curl. You're going to go in a squat form, and you're going to send your elbows in the crevice of your knee area. Right? And you're going to curl up. Let's go. In the words of Ludacris, how low can you go? That's it. Turn your hands. And let's go. 1. 2. 3. 4. Back flat, chest out. 5. 6. 7, and 8. Whew. Whew. Yes.
Like a frog.
ribbit. Woo! So again, with proper control, proper breathing, see how easily these exercises can be executed. You must get your results. Now, when you're performing these exercises, don't play you rock it. We want full stretch because we don't want you walking in town infirm, full stretch, right? Now, last but not least, the last exercise is called a W curl. So you're going to fully stretch out, and you're going to curl. All right? You're going to stretch out, and we're going to curl W. 1, 2, breathe. Yeah, it's tough. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for me. 9, 10, 11, 12. Hear this. And you hear that, St. Lucia? Exactly on the last beep. 6 minutes. So, that's tough. So even if you don't do 3 sets of each, but just the mere fact you engage yourself in this 6 minutes explosive exercise, you can get results. You can get results. Stop making excuses. Stop getting on like Theodore. You understand? Just want to sit down and eat hamburgers all day. The Theodore know himself. But then again, if Theodore eating all hamburgers and it's working for him and he's coming to the gym, it's working for him. So find what's working for you and let's execute these exercises to live a better life. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
That's how we get fit and ripped even while trying. Good morning.
Well, there you go, guys. My composure is back on, and I'm wishing you guys a rest of the wonderful day, Tuesday. Be safe, be good. Going out there, jump up, have your fun. Be safe on the road. Check for each other. Know your limits for me, please. I don't want to take the tagline from SNL, but know your limits and play and jump within it. Absolutely. And don't stray from the whole crowd. Next thing you crowd right there, you all little things like that can go a long way in ensuring that you remain safe. And come tomorrow, we're going to be right back here again, and you're going to be there viewing with us on our DBS This Morning show.